I've been feeling in a rut, stuck, unmotivated, not creative, and I think I kind of know the problem, or at least one of the problems. It's my phone. I've been catching myself either A, looking for some kind of stimulus before I do something hard to quote unquote motivate myself, or B, just mindlessly scrolling, watching, listening to something as a form of escapism. I can feel myself getting more and more addicted and also quite overwhelmed and just unable to think clearly. And it also feels weird that I recognize that I'm reaching for my phone for that hit of dopamine, that relief before I do something hard, yet I can't stop myself. I was listening to a podcast the other day by Ali Abdul. He was interviewing this neuroscience researcher about how technology is giving us these hits of dopamine that is unnatural. And I came across the concept of a dopamine detox before, and because of that, I've done light social media breaks, but I've never truly taken a break from everything that gives me a dopamine hit. And that includes my phone, but that is not everything. So now I think I need a hard reset. I'm gonna try and take a break from everything that spikes my dopamine. So for the last few days, I've been keeping track of what I've been doing to distract myself or that I get distracted by to give me those dopamine hits, and basically see what things trigger me so that I know what rules to put in place for this week. So here are my rules this week for my detox. So I'm gonna have no phone time at all between 9:30 p.m. and 8 a.m. Basically, the few hours before I go to bed and also the few hours after I wake up. I'm gonna have no social media besides posting, because one, I work, in content creation, and also I work in marketing. So I will allow myself to post, and it's also one of the few ways I communicate with people. So it is basically like my WhatsApp and Messenger. So I'm gonna give myself a few minutes a day on Instagram, specifically, but no scrolling and no using social media otherwise. I'm gonna have no entertainment at all, so no music, no movies, no YouTube, no podcasts, unless it's with another person, which is most likely Nate, but he's only here on the weekends. No shopping at all, no online shopping, no browsing. So this one is something specific to me, and I think this will tell you a lot about my personality, but no checking my budget tracker. So if you know me, I check my budget religiously, and I don't know if this is a dopamine thing, but I definitely use this to distract myself sometimes, where I'll just check it for a form of security or something, even though there's really nothing going on in it. I just like to check it several times a day. So no checking it. No checking my YouTube statistics, because I also do that quite often. I just refresh it to see if there's any new comments and things like that. No Chrome on my phone, because I like to read manga, and that is also a quick form of a quick and fast entertainment, because I'm scrolling so fast. People are like, are you actually reading? I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I am actually. So no Chrome on my phone, no Stardew Valley. So I don't play that on Switch, but I do have the mobile version for when I'm coming home from work. So I do play it once in a while, but honestly, I've gotten to the point where it's not even entertaining anymore. I don't know why I play it. And lastly, no checking Strava unless it is to track my runs. So I do check it once in a while to just refresh it. I don't know why I'm checking it. So I'm sorry, friends, no kudos from me this week. So that's my main rules for this week, and some of them are quite niche and I think only pertains to me. So to prepare for this, I done a few things on my phone. So I moved all the apps to my last screen, the ones that I don't need. I'm not gonna fully delete and log out because it's just such a hassle to log back in later, but I moved everything to the last screen. I limited my combined social media usage to 5 minutes a day just to check messages. I also put a downtime on my apps between 9:30 to 8 a.m. so that they all go gray after 9:30. I also set up a custom do not disturb mode called detox, so that will only allow messages from WhatsApp and WeChat. So WhatsApp for Nate, WeChat for my parents, and of course phone calls. I don't really get many phone calls, but just in case. I'm also gonna move my phone charging from my side of the bed to the desk. And I'm also gonna set up my manual alarm clock. And then lastly, I made a list of things I can do instead. So I'm gonna make the list my screensaver so that whenever I look at my phone, I'm gonna be reminded of all the other things I can do instead. But obviously this is not gonna be a complete break from technology because I am still working my full-time job. I still wanna put out videos. So I just think I wanna use that time to be doing more productive things like editing or actually doing my work. But what am I hoping to get out of this week? Honestly, just kind of to break my bad habits. I think it's been on a downward spiral. Generally, I just want to have more mental clarity. I want to be a bit more present, more productive, and less overwhelmed. I'm also going to be using my ultrahuman ring to check my health stats, so it's going to be really interesting to see if anything changes. Thank you ultrahuman for sponsoring this video. If you don't know what the ultrahuman ring is, it is a smart ring that tracks your sleep, movement, and recovery. I've been looking for something like this ever since I got into running because I never liked the idea of wearing a fitness watch all the time. The ones that are recommended for running are honestly quite ugly, and I find that my phone tracks my runs pretty well, so I wanted something more for my sleep and recovery. I also didn't want anything with a screen because I don't need more notification in my life. The best part is that unlike some other rings, there is no subscription. You just have to pay for the ring once. I've been using it for almost 3 weeks to a month now, and what I've really been enjoying, besides like the core features of like seeing, you know, how long I sleep, how much I'm in deep sleep, the effects of honestly drinking or stress in my life on my sleep quality is really interesting to learn, but it also gives me reminders to move when it sees that I haven't moved in a while. It also tells me about my caffeine window, when I can drink caffeine without it affecting my sleep and rest later. It's definitely changed the way I looked at a lot of my habits in my life and given me validation on some of the things that I knew that might have been affecting my health, but I just didn't have the data to back it up. So I have the gold version of the ultrahuman ring, but there is 5 colors available and they're all the same price. If you've been thinking about getting a smart ring, this is the time to do it because they're having their biggest sale ever this Black Friday. It is on from now to, I believe, December 2nd, and the ultrahuman ring Air will be 20% off during this period. And you'll see in this video if my stress and recovery changes because of this detox. Now let's get this challenge started. Okay, that was my first, it wasn't my first ever silent run, but it's definitely the first time I done it intentionally. It definitely felt longer. I think I need to mentally prepare myself more when I'm going. Like I need to consciously just think about the running because my mind was just racing. Like, anyways, I think it's good for me, sort out the thoughts in my head. Maybe I'll have some mental clarity at the end of this week. But now time to shower and get to work. All right, I am home now. I really need to get to bed because I want to wake up early to run to work tomorrow. Let's recap how today went. So I definitely, at the beginning of the day, was reaching for my phone a lot. It was kind of a busy day at work today, so it was a little bit better, but I definitely felt myself checking my notifications. And then I have the focus mode on, but it still shows the notifications like this, like while in sleep mode or while in detox mode, you receive like these notifications. So I think I need to turn all notifications off, because I normally do have it in the work focus mode. So I am already automatically opening the focus mode of notifications, which totally defeats the purpose of this. The only thing is my phone isn't lighting up to notifications, which is good, but I totally caught myself reaching for my phone when I was right before I was supposed to do something like difficult or like starting some kind of work. I was looking to look at my phone for some like joy or something before I got started. Let me look at my screen time. Okay, today the average was 2 hours, which is down 75%, 74% from last week. Still higher than I thought it was gonna be, but I think I have some reasons for this. So WhatsApp, I was just on a FaceTime call with Nate. So 34 minutes on WhatsApp, and I definitely did check WhatsApp a few times. And then camera, 29 minutes, I was vlogging. Google Maps, 13 minutes, that makes sense. I was going to a restaurant to meet a friend. Strava, 8 minutes. Okay, I did check YouTube Studio one time because I got a comment, and I was on Instagram for 1 minute, which is pretty good actually. And yeah, the rest are quite kind of like negligible. Time to go to bed.
Turn right onto Kennington Road, A20. Continue onto Piccadilly Circus, A4201.
I'm back home from work now. I stopped by the grocery store to get some stuff for dinner because I'm craving mapo tofu, but I'm gonna make a vegan version just because I don't have minced meat and the Chinese grocery store doesn't sell minced meat. Cooking and eating while silent is gonna be interesting. Maybe I'll read while I eat, or is that cheating? Whatever, I'll see what I'm in the mood in today. For now, let's make some mapo tofu.
Kamala is tighter regarding the media.
Alright, I'm so sleepy. I don't know if it's this thing that's making me tired, but I think yesterday I also just like slept late and woke up early. But let's look at my screen time. I already know it's going to be high because I used my phone to navigate while I was running. So my average was 2 hours and 11 minutes. Actually not much more than yesterday. So WhatsApp 25 minutes. That actually wasn't that much because I was FaceTiming Nate. Google Maps 20 minutes makes sense. I was using it while running. My mom needed me for something 17 minutes. 9 minutes was vlogging basically. Strava 6 minutes. So I did post my run today, and I'm not gonna lie, I checked Strava one time. YouTube. Yeah, why did I open YouTube? I think that might have been a mistake. I don't remember opening YouTube or anything. Instagram 2 minutes. I did reply to some DMs, and then Pace. Oh, Pace. Actually, so the coffee I got this morning was free. And if you don't know about the Pace app, this is not sponsored, but one of the girls who came to my run meetup told me about it, and basically it rewards you for doing like steps every single day, and then you can redeem it for a free copy. I'm gonna put a link to it in my description if you want to use it, but it's pretty good. Every week you can redeem one free coffee, and if you do running or 10,000 steps a day, like you can easily get free copies every week. Oh, TikTok to know. Okay, I really need to turn off TikTok notifications. Okay, so not too bad. Could be improved how much time I'm picking up my phone. But overall, my feelings today, I'm quite enjoying reading actually. I've been reading on the tube, and then when I was at dinner, I honestly could not just sit there and eat in silence because I was so tired and just wanted to like consume something. So I read, which was quite nice. But I'm definitely way more productive in the last 2 days. And it's just really interesting how more organized and like how much more things I get done just by not having this constant noise and distraction all around me. I also forgot to mention my sleep score. So I've been wearing the ultrahuman for about 2-3 weeks now, and I've been looking at my sleep score, but yesterday I had, I think, one of the best sleep scores I've seen. Like duration wise, okay, not the best I've had in terms of duration, but I fell asleep so fast. Usually I take so long to fall asleep. So on the chart, you can see me like immediately go into deep sleep. And I don't really understand yet how the cycles are being tracked and everything and what helps determine this score. But usually I also move a lot and I'm awake a lot. It says I only had 6 tosses and turns during my sleep. Anyways, I am getting so sleepy now. So I'm gonna go to bed. And tomorrow morning we wake up for another run because I've been trying to run every single day. Good night. Okay, day 3 is over. I need to turn off notifications in general. I just can't have them there, I think. But let's look at my screen time. Okay, today was down a tiny bit, 2 hours, but it's still down 70% from last week. Wow, this is how much I was on my phone before. Let's see the timing of everything. Oh, actually today only 1 hour and 44 minutes. And WhatsApp was most of it. I did call Nate as well, but I think I also was answering some messages on there. Camera for vlogging. Safari, I had to Google some stuff for work while I was in a meeting, so I don't think that counts. Slack doesn't count. Ring, I had some showings at my flat today, which if you're watching this, you'll get a sneak peek that I'm moving. I will talk about that later. Yeah, okay, so not too bad, but the number of pickups today went up. I think I did feel that. Is there a way to just turn off notifications? Okay, never show preview. I think that should help. But yeah, once again, my sleep score was great again. Even higher than the day before. So it was 93. I slept a bit more yesterday. Not enough restorative sleep, apparently. But still pretty good. And I went to deep sleep so fast. I didn't fall asleep as fast yesterday, but... And apparently I only tossed and turned once, which is really rare for me. This just proves you shouldn't use your phone before bedtime, because that's really the major change I've made. And I do feel like I get sleepier faster because I don't have my phone to distract me from going to bed. Which is why I'm going to bed right now. I'm gonna read a bit more of my book and just fall asleep naturally, and then I'm gonna wake up early to run. I'm gonna try to once again run to work. Good night. See you tomorrow. I look weird, but I just tied my hair up. Anyways, it's the end of day 4, I want to say. I think I was also on the phone a lot because I was FaceTiming Nate. I realized I just ended up calling him when I have nothing to do when I get home, or like I'm cooking or something as my source of entertainment. Oh, once again, not up as high as I thought. So 2 hours 16 minutes. Oh no, 2 hours 47 minutes. Okay, a bit higher. But WhatsApp was almost 2 hours of it, and I FaceTime Nate for like over an hour after work. So I think I could deduct that. Camera as well is me vlogging, Google Maps. Yeah, so everything else quite minimal. I was trying to log into Facebook. I was also trying to order something for my sister for her birthday on Abercrombie. So actually not too bad. I was on Instagram for a little bit to check my messages, but I haven't scrolled yet today. But yeah, definitely notifications, me checking notifications. I haven't quite fixed it. So I got it to the point where I turn it off and there's no preview, but I realize I still reach to scroll. Like maybe now that I'm noticing it like this, like now I don't tap in because there's nothing telling me what anything is. I only know it's urgent when I see like WhatsApp or WeChat. Like obviously none of these are like urgent notifications, so I just like see it and I'm like, okay, put it away. And now I've been reading a lot. I've really gotten into the book I was reading, which turned out not to be what I thought it was gonna be. It's very weird, but she is a really good writer and it really hooked me in, so it's kind of good. Like I've been reading it while I'm eating. I haven't tried to silently eat yet, like nothing going on, just focusing on my food. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. But anyways, I've been very productive, which is good, and I've been having my sleep yesterday. So my sleep yesterday actually wasn't great. 80, where the 2 nights before was 72, 73. I think maybe it's something I ate before. I kind of ate really close to bedtime, so that might have caused it. Or honestly, it's not like a bad score or anything, so I'm sure it is fine. I haven't quite figured out how to interpret the data yet. And tomorrow I'm working from home, so I think that should be interesting because I think I found it easy the past few days since I've just been like in the office and there's people to talk to while I'm eating lunch, and like there's all these tasks that need to be done. Like of course there's still things I need to do, but I'm up to my own devices a bit more at home. So yeah, tomorrow I'm expecting it's gonna be a little bit harder, but let's see. Alright, don't mind me. I look rough again because I'm oiling my hair. It's one of the luxuries I get of my one day work from home. I went on a run this morning. I'm working now. Today the run was a bit hard. I also just been like running a lot, so I'm a bit like sore from running. So today, when it took a little bit more willpower, my mind was just like, when is this gonna be over? Like I had no distractions, and then I was like, okay, what should I think about to like distract myself? And I finally like kind of let go and got into the flow of it a bit more. But yeah, this morning was a bit tough. I have quite a lot of things to do today, so I'm hoping this like no social media will allow me to focus and get shit done. Anyways, back to work. You're not allowed to have music. Alright, it's the end of day 6. I'm gonna keep editing a bit longer, but just an update on today. My screen time, because I'm vlogging my phone, I just did a screen recording of it, but it was even lower, the lowest it's been all week. And I think partially have to do with the fact that Nate's here, and usually I'm FaceTiming him or WhatsApping him. So yeah, that took a big hour out of my screen time. And then also I was kind of like out and about a bit today. I think actually with someone else, I'm more hyper aware of the fact that I can't use my phone or like look at stuff because Nate, you know, we've been dating a long time. Sometimes when we go out to coffee shops, we don't talk to each other. And I'm just like staring at him while he's like on his phone. So I made him put down his phone. But yeah, I guess it makes me be more present. And also today I've been quite productive with my editing, which is not always the case, and I definitely feel less distracted. There are moments where I get really tired, and I think in the normal everyday I would just go on my phone and scroll and try to like get energized, which doesn't really actually work. But now if I just like kind of wait out the tiredness, I get back into it pretty fast. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. Well, no, I'm gonna finish editing and then I'm gonna go to bed. Night. Just finished editing my YouTube video. It was actually quite a faster edit than my normal, even though I had really tedious graphics in it. I honestly think I was able to do it like 10 times faster because there was nothing I could distract myself with. Because the number of times I wanted to stop and just like watch something to, I don't know, escape my work is quite a lot. I finished it, I uploaded it. One of the fastest turnarounds I've had was a video, I think. Today, I haven't really vlogged that much because Nate was here and we went out for brunch at this ramen spot, and oh my god, it's the best ramen I've had in London. Surprisingly, it's near where I live, so I live in a castle, but definitely worth the trek. And like all the workers were Japanese, and it's tasted really similar to ramen that I've had in Japan, so would highly recommend. I'm about to do my 5k. I'm going to try to do 6 tonight because yesterday I felt like really good and wanted to do a bit more, and today same energy. But something kind of scary happened yesterday where these teenage boys try to steal my phone. Like, I don't know if they thought I had headphones on or something, but I could hear them say basically like, is that an iPhone, to one of the other boys, and the other boy's like, I dare you to try, kind of thing. And then when I ran past them, I could feel their energy behind me, and I turned and the one boy was like sort of approaching me, and I kind of just like, I was just kind of like, what the heck? And then, you know, he kind of got scared and backed off. But yeah, be careful, guys. It's scary out there. And then there was also a stabbing in my area this morning. So I'm gonna run towards South Bank where it's a bit safer. And yeah. Anyways, let's go for my run.
You run 3 kilometers within 22 minutes.
It's the last night of my detox, and before I go to bed, let me just give a recap of my screen time. But my phone is all the way on my desk over there, so let me go get it actually. I'll just do it from here so I don't have to unplug it. Instantly get distracted on my phone. Okay, screen time. So today, 1 hour, 25 minutes. Not my lowest, but quite low. On average, it's like just a lot lower in general. I used my camera for 17 minutes to vlog, Google Maps when I was running, WeChat, my mom and dad was messaging me, Strava, I was running, but I did check it a few times, not gonna lie. I posted a video on YouTube, that's why there's some YouTube there. I did check the notification ones, and yeah, Instagram 3 minutes to just like reply to messages and some bits here and there, threads. An accidental click when I was on Instagram. But honestly, I thought I was on Instagram for more than 5 minutes actually, but it seems like I wasn't. Yay for me. I had 94 pickups, which is less than other days. I think actually when I'm at work, I pick up my phone more because there's more like lulls and, you know, me wanting to get distracted. But yeah, I need to get rid of Gmail notifications actually. There's never anything urgent with Gmail. I get so many random emails, so I need to turn that off. But yeah, so far so good. And then with my ring, last night's sleep. Did I say anything about last night's sleep? I can't remember. But last night's sleep was okay because I think me and Nate slept quite late. And it was quite hot because Nate was here, but I think I was tossing and turning around. I blame him. So the issue was the heart rate drop timing, and it's actually interesting because last night we had a really big meal of hot pot, so I think that did affect when to sleep, and then it was hot, so that also didn't work in my favor, and we did a night run, so a lot of stimulus late at night. I'm learning a lot about my body with this ring tracking me. Anyways, bedtime, and I will probably do a recap of what I'm thinking after this. All right, we're back. It's been a week. Well, actually, it's been like 2 weeks since I finished, but I haven't had time to sit down and properly do a recap. It was definitely very interesting to see how often I reach for my phone without realizing it. I caught myself so many times at work at the beginning of the week, and honestly, I still catch myself now because I'm still trying to have the same habits to a certain extent. But I really think I challenged what I thought I couldn't do without my phone or without music or sound. So, first of all, running without music, some people might say is psychotic, but I actually got really into it by the last like 2 times I was running. I was able to kind of like, at the beginning, I was like really in my head about that there was nothing to listen to. But then by the end of the week, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I can just think about other stuff. And actually, like, you would think the running would feel like it would take longer because you have no entertainment. But actually, because I was like so engrossed in my own thoughts about like other things in my life and like having ideas pop up while I was running, it was actually, it felt the same as like listening to a good podcast or like listening to music. So definitely, I think I would try to do that from now on. Like at least the first like 30 minutes of a run, I will do it without any music. And if I really feel like I need it, I'll put it on. It also helps that I was trying to run every day. The last week I've been doing kind of like everyday running for the last like month or so. So definitely doing this challenge actually gave me more time to do that. I also realized how much more time I have when using my phone isn't an option to distract myself. Like I've been getting so much more done just at work with even editing. Like I filmed and edited a video the fastest that I've ever done because there was nothing else to do. I was just bored. And at work sometimes there were some moments where I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to work. But also I can't go on my phone. So I literally just like either stared out the window or put my head down for 5 minutes. And I was like, all right, time to get back to it. And I got back to it. So yeah, it was really interesting to like challenge my beliefs of whether my phone was actually giving me more energy, which I know it wasn't, but I've just trained myself to think it was, or that it was giving me something more than I already had. Another interesting thing was to see how my sleep improved. Like, of course, like you're told about the blue light and like not to use your phone 2 hours before bed, but to actually see the impact on my ring and how my energy levels felt, and how much more deep sleep I got, it's really like changed my perspective. So some habits that I've been trying to keep is now I always charge my phone away from my bed. I try to not to go on it an hour before I go to sleep. I'm keeping my notifications basically on that detox mode. I'm not allowing any previews. I will check it when I check it, and I don't have my screen pop all the time lighting up reminding me to check my messages. If it was important enough, it will come up. Someone will mention it to me, or like by the end of the day, I would have checked my messages or email at least once. So if anything, I'm just checking it the next day and everybody can wait. But I do realize the social media stuff, people say like, oh, you're not gonna miss anything. I do feel like I did miss some stuff, because like I met up with my friends and they've all seen like a friend's story and I actually didn't see it. Not that it's like a bad thing. Like I had things to talk about, things to ask them about because I didn't actually see their story. But you know, there are going to be some things you miss, and I think I would want to bring back Instagram and seeing what my friends are up to. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to limit my social media time to just 20 minutes a day. I also realized like I always felt like checking messages or responding would take much more time. I thought 5 minutes would not be enough, but to just actually respond to messages and get them, I actually didn't use more than 5 minutes every single day on my phone. So now I'm looking at the, 1 hour Instagram time that I might have had before and thinking, wow, I was purely just scrolling. It wasn't even me texting people. It was just me scrolling on social media. But it takes longer than a week to untrain a habit. I am still catching myself picking up my phone, and since I've been off the challenge, I definitely haven't like controlled myself that much at work when I'm in a lull or feeling unmotivated. So I would just like let myself check my notifications, which is not that bad, but an improvement month before. Oh, and now I've really got into reading. So I honestly haven't read fiction books in so long because I don't know, I just felt like it was unproductive and I didn't know what to read. But during this week, I knew that I would need fiction books to take a break. So I started reading fiction books and I've gotten really sucked into it. I now prefer it to listening to music or scrolling on social media. When I'm bored now, I just pull out my Kindle and I have like pre-downloaded books ready for me to read. I think the Kindle is like key because carrying a heavy book around is also not fun. But yeah, I've really gotten into it. So if anyone has like fiction book recommendations, please send it my way. happy, lighthearted ones would be appreciated because the two I read was The Vegetarian by Hong Kang. She recently won the Nobel Peace Prize for Literature, so I wanted to read her book. And then I read I Want to Die, but I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. But both of them quite depressing. And I'm like, is this what women's books are about? Just about how, I don't know, depressed and sad that we are. But anyways, I think I need to read something lighter and happier. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, this is like a super good challenge if you just kind of want to reset or you're feeling overwhelmed or lack clarity. You are left to your own thoughts a lot and it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. I feel like I'm not doing a great summary at the end, but I hope this was an interesting week for you to watch as I struggle through the week. I definitely think it's gonna be really easy for me to slip back into old habits, so I'm gonna try my hardest not to, but I think I'm gonna try to make this a like quarterly thing where I just do 1 week where I completely kind of just shut myself off from listening to any outside entertainment. It is also a thing of like, to create more, you need to kind of consume less. Anyways, I hope this was an interesting video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Thank you.